Wee woo wee woo wee woo.
Wee woo wee woo. Hello, everyone. It is an emergency COD feed. I'm
Woo woo
Scooch.
woo woo. And I'm John.
And before we get on to everything that happened today, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're almost at 65 subscribers. Now, we did have a regular COD feed coming out today discussing this weekend's matches, but we thought this was more important. Scump has officially retired in what was a heartfelt, almost heartbreaking, heart-wrenching video.
We all saw it coming, but it still hit.
It's with everyone from OpTic, everyone from his past there, most people from his past at least everyone he could get together. I'm assuming in last minute. The date in the video was January 16th, so this was probably definitely last night. He made the decision to officially retire and leave OpTic, leave competitive Call of Duty. It's sad, honestly. It was heartbreaking. I think it really got to me, considering me and him are, I think, either the same age or he may be only 1 year older than me. Really kind of hit me. I was like, wow, it has been a long time. Mentions in the video, all he's known for the last 14 years is Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's insane. 14 years.
He's been a pro for how long? It's a long
more than
time.
half his life.
Yeah, it's a long time. We all thought he was gonna make it to the end of the season. Obviously he's not. He says he realized he just couldn't keep up, and
he probably has his own definition of keeping up, because it seemed like he was doing amazing, especially in that last match versus Boston. He was nutty.
Actually, Boston had a funny tweet. They're like, so he fries us and he retires.
Typical,
yeah.
So whatever he means by can't keep up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more that it was draining him, I think.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, he was able to keep up in game, but he probably felt so tired after every match, every scrim. It's a lot when you're doing it for so long. I mean, at the end of the day, I know, we're playing, they're playing video games. They're playing Call of Duty competitively, but it definitely
it's like any other job.
It takes a mental toll on you for sure, and that mental toll does begin to take a toll on your physical.
Yeah.
Especially when it's your, every single day you're scrimming, practicing, matches, there's no break, really.
Yeah. I mean, he mentioned before, too, that things like slide canceling were just, like, destroying his hands, because he's older, so he can't really.
Yeah, he actually mentioned
willy-nilly.
He can't, he said once Hook came in, is what really did it for him, because he saw how him and Shotzi were moving around the map and their pace, and he said even though he was frying, the pace at which they move is something that he couldn't keep up with, or at least not consistently. It wasn't something that he thought he was going to be able to do. He's definitely going out as the GOAT of COD. I don't think anyone can deny that or question that. We saw Messi win the World Cup, and now we see Scump leave. Wasn't able to win one more major, but definitely going out with a bang.
Well, I mean, he still could win a major.
Hey, you never know. I mean, look, over 30 tournament wins. He's earned over $1 million. He's a 2-time X Games gold medalist and a COD world champ. I mean,
he's done it all. He's done it all. What more is there, right?
He did it with the Dynasty. He's done it. He's done a lot. He's done almost everything you can in Call of Duty. So why not retire on your own accord and not go out like. And this is nothing against Krim, but I mean, the way Krim had to go out was sad. Obviously he wasn't able to choose, to retire. He was just kind of forced into it. So I'm happy that Scump was able to choose to go into retirement.
Yeah.
I mean, really, congrats to him. And I really hope the best for him.
Yeah. I think we'll see big things coming out of him.
I mean, probably a lot more content. He said he wants to lean more into doing content and move away from Call of Duty.
And he said that with OpTic they have things in the works or something along those lines.
Yeah. So should be great. We're gonna see a lot from him coming soon. And
Yeah.
hey guys, if you're gonna be at the majors, he said he'll be there. You'll be able to meet him now because he said before he didn't want to take the chance of catching COVID, meeting fans, and that's why he never went out as a player. But he's like now he'll go out, he'll talk to people because if he gets sick, it's okay. He doesn't have the obligation to play for a team.
Yeah.
So congrats to Scump. Everyone loves Scump. We all love Scump. It was quite the tearjerker, that video, especially seeing Shotzi and Karma at the end just both start crying with him. It was rough. It was rough, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah. W Scump.
Now, what is this gonna mean for the team? Dashy's back. They're running it back once more with Dashy. I mean, look, Dashy said it. He has nothing against the guys, really. It was more with Rambo.
Yeah.
And they're both gonna try to make changes for the better. Are we gonna see a new improved OpTic? Who knows? I guess only the future will tell us what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to watch how he plays with Zio because they already have such good chemistry.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he fits into that.
Listen, you and me said it. Dashy should not have been benched or dropped or anything. So I'm happy to see him back. I'm happy that he's back. He deserves it.
Yeah, it's something for a lot of teams to look at, like not just instantly dropping a player and just kind of working on it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. And obviously, terrible news for Pred, I would say. Now this kind of throws his future up in the air, depending obviously on how OpTic do the rest of the season. Pred was going to be the future Scump replacement. That was it.
Yeah,
Scump was going to see out till the end of the season, and then once his contract is up, retire, and Pred was going to come in on a free. And now who knows? I guess we'll see if who can keep up, if Zio can keep up, if Dashy can keep up, and if not, we'll see what changes come. Are they going to try to get Pred? If not, this is really going to make other teams start turning those wheels, getting ready.
They're gonna want Pred.
Yeah, they're all starting their bids. They're gonna start their contracts, gonna start reaching out. That's gonna happen.
It's gonna be another Hydra. How Hydra had such a big contract because everybody wanted him.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the same thing with Pred coming up next season.
Yeah, so we'll see if he stays at Surge. We'll see. I think it all depends on how Surge does. But really, Scump.
Can they afford him?
Can they afford to keep him is the big question. They're in dire straits. So we'll see. Scump really threw a monkey wrench into the league with this.
Came out of nowhere.
Obviously, it's something he needed to do for himself. And, I guess we'll see how this affects the rest of the teams, the rest of the league. I'm hoping OpTic. Hey, speaking of which,
okay.
Zenny, if you want to hit us with it, hit my line. Yeah, I guess we'll see how OpTic does. I'm happy. Honestly, and it's big news when I tell my girlfriend Scump's retiring and she reacts in shock. You know what I mean? When I tell her, you'll never guess what happened today. Scump retired, and she's like, "What?" That's it's big news. Yeah. I mean, we saw everyone.
It was trending.
It was trending, yeah.
That's huge, yeah. I think one of the videos had over 1 million views by the time, I looked back at it, and I think it had over 1 million. I might be wrong.
No.
On Twitter.
I think when I saw later on in the day, it was at 1.4 million views, perhaps, something around there. It might be even more now, honestly. I saw everyone reach out to him from Dr. Disrespect to Repulse, the official FaZe Clan page. Some athletes tweeted at him,
So the video on Twitter right now has 4.2 million views, but the tweet itself has almost 20 million views.
Wow. It's big news, man.
It's huge news, yeah.
You saw people like Simp, Abizi, all these players that, are on quote-unquote rival teams saying he's the GOAT, he's the face of COD. You know, CDL even said he's the face of COD, the GOAT of COD. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gonna
Everyone.
be.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to the CDL now because I think a lot of people only watch the CDL to see how Scump was gonna do, and now the CDL doesn't really have a star player, so we'll see what happens with the viewership.
I will say, I think the way in which everything happened makes it so that people, in a way, the OpTic fans are still going to be watching,
Yeah,
but also people are going to be hate watching to see what happens with OpTic going forward without Scump. And obviously,
yeah.
those views are eventually going to settle down, and
That's
it's
in
not
the
going to be the
yeah, that's
same.
in the short term.
That's in the short term, and I guess we'll see if there's a new face of COD, someone that can really step up. Right now, the
It's hard to say who it would be.
only players I can really think of that could be are Shotzi, Pred. That's kind of it at the moment. Dashy could be it, although he's a more laid back personality, at least from the streams I've seen of him. He's doesn't do face cam. He's very like reserved. He's kind of just chill.
Yeah.
And I think the people that have been the face of COD tend to be very energetic, very out there.
Yeah,
very
big
wild,
personalities. So.
big personalities. And Pred and Shotzi kind of have that. So, I guess we'll see. Maybe it's someone new. Maybe it's one of the new guys in LAG or something.
Yeah, because it's also hard as a COD player. It seems like to keep that longevity. Somehow Scump managed to, but it seems like most players kind of
Yeah.
can't. So
Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. We just want to say, congrats to Scump.
let's
Thanks for everything.
go.
Thank you for
Let's
everything,
go.
Scump, for all the entertainment, all the memories.
The goats.
The GOAT of COD has retired. Yeah. And that's
W.
it, guys. Well, until then, hey, look forward later this week, and either in a day or two, we will release our episode going over the weekend's matches. And, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell us what your favorite memory of Scump is down in the comments below. What is that one memory that you'll never forget about Scump? Leave it down below, guys.
And just a heads up, that video was recorded before Scump retired, so some things might be different.
Yeah, a few things might be different, so
just keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep that in mind. But until then, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Make sure you're trading every cap, if possible, with EG. Now we got a couple down for OpTic right now. Let's see if they can hold this as they did have two, and that's exactly what you need when you have two down. Scumpy get two. Yeah, you get three. Oh my God!
Just absolutely ruined them. And Scump's going to go through this door. They are going to get a respawn in time, but he's going to get another one. Scump is still going.
Sweet God, he gets the other one. He gets it.